What is going on, everybody? In today's video I wanted to talk about the future Pokemon games we could be expecting in the next few years. But before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. I do plenty of Pokemon stuff here and also other Nintendo stuff as well, and we are nearly at 2k subscribers, so let's get this channel growing and let's get into the video. Anyways, after the first Pokemon presentation, I have been thinking non-stop about what the next Pokemon game is going to be, mainly because they teased Johto, and honestly I was not expecting them to tease Johto this early on. I did think eventually they would give us a Let's Go Johto game because of how well the first one did, but I didn't think they would tease it this early on, and honestly it threw a lot of people off guard. So that's why I've been thinking non-stop about what these next games could be. And after a hell of a lot of thinking and researching and looking at previous Pokemon gens, I think I may have figured it out. But before I get into my points, obviously I'm not some insider, I'm just speculating for fun here, so please do be aware of that. What I say may be false, it may be true, but I'm just speculating for fun, that's what I like to do. However, I definitely think those Johto plushies in the back mean something. I think they were placed there to tease Let's Go Johto, and I think those games are going to either come next year or 2022. And I know people think Gen 9 will be in that year, but I'll explain that later on. For a little while, I thought maybe they would release Let's Go Johto this year along with the DLC, because it wouldn't really affect the DLC sales that much. Then they could give us the SINNOH remakes next year in 2021, and then give us Gen 9 in 2022. I think people were expecting to get Gen 4 next year and Gen 9 in 2022. Let's Go Johto, they weren't expecting this soon, but if it were to come, I thought, hey, it's going to come this year most likely. But obviously that's not going to happen now, it's a bit too late to announce it. But I think it is very possible for Game Freak to take a bit more time on Gen 9. I think they might want to spend a little more time on it, maybe make Gen 8 a year longer than Gen 7 was, because Gen 7 was only 3 years, and normally that's about right for most gens, around 3 years, well recently anyway. But Gen 4 was actually 4 years long, so it isn't completely out of the ordinary to have a 4-year wait this time around. And honestly, I would hope after the backlash Game Freak received for Pokemon Sword and Shield, they would want to take a bit more time on this game just to make sure it is perfect before they release it. I mean, think about it. The anime is going to be fine. It isn't just strictly Gen 8. It's got all of the generations in it. So they could even keep that same format for Gen 9 and make it a smoother transition. So I think the anime isn't an issue at all. And let's say they release Let's Go Johto next year and SINNOH remakes in 2021 or 2022 or Let's Go Johto in 2022. I'm not too sure which way they would release them, and I know a lot of people don't want another Let's Go, but if it means taking more time on the mainline games and they had a smaller team working on Let's Go and focus more resources on the SINNOH remakes in Gen 9, hey, I would be down. I mean, I think we have to face the fact that the Pokemon company wants to release a game each year now. I think that is just standard. We have to learn to accept that. And I've said it before, the best way to do that and still have quality games is to have multiple different studios working on games. Kind of like how Call of Duty does it. Let's say they had a small team working on the Let's Go games. Obviously they already have different teams working on the spin-offs. And then they had a big main team working on the remakes and the Gen 9 games and stuff like that. That would be perfect. Anyways, I wanted to quickly show you this post from 4chan, and just a disclaimer, I know that 99.9% of these posts are fake, and honestly they are kind of funny to look at sometimes, but this dude here makes one good point out of like the 10 points he made, and I wanted to quickly go into more detail on that. So here he mentions in 2022 the Let's Go games will be filler, and that is pretty much what I just said a second ago, that the Let's Go games should be there just to give Game Freak more time to work on the actual mainline games. And he does say here as well that Let's Go Johto is in 2022 and the SINNOH remakes are in 2021. I'm not sure which one we will get first. I imagine they have been working on the Gen 4 remakes for longer, but the Let's Go Johto games would be a lot easier to make because literally half the game is completed already. They'll just have to copy and paste all the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee stuff over, obviously the Kanto region and the Pokemon in there, and then slap Johto in and you're done. I think honestly that's the best way they could do it, because people have been waiting for Gen 4 remakes for a long time now, and if we was to get a Let's Go game instead, people wouldn't be too happy about it, to be honest. Then again, if it means taking more time on those games, I'm not too sure. Honestly, the best thing they could do if they really want to release Let's Go Johto and SINNOH remakes in this same gen is to delay Gen 9, give it more time. I think people will be happier in general if there was a longer wait between gens anyway, because that means more time on the games, and hopefully people can be happy with them. Anyway, what do you guys think? I know this was just a speculation video, but the reason why I wanted to put this out there is because I want to see what you guys say in the comments below. What do you think they're going to do with this generation? Do you think they're going to delay Gen 9? Do you think they're going to continue with the Let's Go games? Do you think the Gen 4 remakes are coming next year? It is a whole lot of mystery right now, but hopefully we will find out very soon. So make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time.